Well, I'm Megan Beck, and I graduated Glen Oak in 2003. Yikes.
And I'm Colleen Cook. That was Colleen Fielden, and I also graduated Glen Oak in 2003. Well, I think it really just helped us find our place, and find our identity. It was obviously there's a lot we both took away from the arts, like as far as a passion for the arts. But I think that the biggest thing while we were in high school, it just gave us something that helped to define who we were.
I think that's really true. I think we were like self-described choir nerds. Like all my closest friends were in choir. Like when I think back about like things I thought were awesome about high school, it's not really like classes and stuff anymore. I was like, man, like choir was awesome. And major was so much fun, and like I wish that that other students had the opportunity to do that kind of stuff. Like I was actually bummed at the high school where I currently work to realize that there was only one choir. I was like, what is that?
I think it's the funny thing too that like we left high school with this very, very strong sense that our choir was actually better than every other high school choir
in
ever been.
In existence.
And so like would go to battle with people over it.
It's true.
Like, no, you don't understand.
I'm sorry. How many
actually?
did you have?
I'm sorry. 8. I'm sorry. We had 9.
Did you audition for yours? Because we did.
Was like a quarter of your high school in choir?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Maybe, but there's like a toss-up. More people in choir, more people in band. I don't know.
Right. That's true. Ultimately, I ended up teaching choir for 3 years after I graduated college, and work in the arts now. And so I think that like the direct impact of that was pretty apparent in both of our lives. So
well, I think so.
Megan's a teacher as well, so
yeah. And I think about like I teach French, which is surprising to many people, I'm sure, but I teach French, and I'm not a journalist, but I do on a regular basis. I use music in my classroom. I teach songs to my students to help them remember things, and most of my students really respond to that as a learning tool. And I just feel like there are still things from choir that from Mr. Kiefer's instruction and Miss Meese too, like that I use. And I even have been a part of organizing like a French festival for kids in my county, and we do
French May show.
It's really a French May show. No, it is. It's a French May show where we choreograph a song in French, and it's just I have flashbacks to May show on the regular. It's ridiculous. Like what doesn't? Honestly, I told you I May show flashbacks all the time to choreography, but. What's it said? Is it Holiday Road?
I think it's Holiday Road. It's Holiday Road.
I know. Well, and it just pops in your head. It's like a little earworm.
Holiday Road. Holiday Road.
We were talking also about the value of windows and how this is a life skill about
it's people. So
let's
just make this a lesson to yourself. If you're standing in a group of people and you're taking a photo, stagger yourselves, find your window. Hello. What?
I don't understand.
I feel like everyone should know this.
It should be mandatory, like a life skill. I don't know. But there's a class. Is there a class? I don't know. We need one.
It's choir.
Well, it's choir, and then these things.
It's choir.
I wish I could do the Kiefer eyebrow. Now that I'm thinking about it,
it's like
Kiefer-ism, but like he could do like the one, like the eyebrow, like up.
It was like went above his head.
It disappeared. Well, his hair was so spiky always, so it didn't disappear into his hair, but it would have.
It caught somewhere in the branches.
Yeah. Really, like the eyebrow thing, and I wish I could do it.
Yeah. Or like the snarl that.
Mm-hmm.
If he's really really irritated with somebody, if they turn it on.
And we talked a lot also about just the value of, I don't know, like, it's not Kiefer-ism, like a saying, but it's like being singled out. Like, that happened all the time. Like, this is the alto section, and I hear you, and the rest of you need to figure this out. We're going to start again. Only the altos, if you don't know, don't sing.
I feel like my other favorite one was too, like, I still can't hear the Halloween theme and not think of how every time Mary Mace would walk in that room, Brian would start playing the Halloween theme, and she would freak the heck out.
It's true. So, I should just tell you that fact. My sister was just talking about the Notables performance of It's Raining Men, where we were all wearing
Singing in the Rain.
Yes, where we were all wearing they weren't ponchos, but they were like the
Kind of like raincoats.
They looked like raincoats, but they weren't. They were like the hairdresser
ponchos. Yeah, right.
That you would put on. And
smock.
It was a smock. There you go. It was a smock, and we were all in multiple colors. So it's raining men. Ooh. Hallelujah! It's raining men. Amen. that was an awesome one.
I feel like just because Jim Newport was the one who started this whole idea here.
Right.
I feel like there must be a comment about my eternal anima sola.
And we also really have the Welcome to the Jungle. The
Right.
Welcome to the Jungle medley. That was an awesome medley, by the way.
It
was
was
awesome.
It really was.
The hula skirts.
Yeah.
Welcome to the jungle.
We are playing games.
I think, and then what was the other one we talked about? I mean, Quest for Adventure was also in our heads too.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, I feel like
on a quest for adventure.
was so it was the day after the fall concert, my junior year probably.
Junior year, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Mary and Brian had a custom of taking a personal day the day after a choir concert. As an adult, I completely understand this.
Right, yeah.
At that point,
Mental health
I thought, well, we also deserve a mental health day.
Of course we do.
So
plus, what are we gonna do in choir when the choir director isn't there? We're not singing.
Guaranteed
Please,
sing-along.
we're not singing.
So we decided to, as a chorale, we decided that we were all going out to eat.
Yeah.
Instead of going to chorale that day. And at the time,
Wasn't choir the last block of the day?
It was. And, and it was an open campus. And so you could go, back and forth between the Career Center and the high school. And so if you walked out the doors, people didn't think anything of it because people walk out the doors after every month.
I feel like this policy is not in place anymore.
No, it's one building. So
well, I know, but even so, I feel like this is not a policy.
Totally, absolutely not.
So for good reason.
So we all walked out the doors to our cars, drove to Grinders, and had a lovely lunch.
It was lovely.
Whilst there were a handful of people who decided to stay back and actually go to chorale. These were what we would consider the good students. They.
You know, come to think about it, I was probably one of those kids.
I think I don't think
actually.
I
don't
really
think
think
that
you
I
were.
went to Grinders. I don't think I did. Like, I'm positive I didn't go because I was terrified.
I'm fairly certain.
I'm pretty sure I didn't go.
I like to push boundaries.
And thus, I was there then for what happened next.
Well, then go for it. So,
well, and I don't even really remember how it took place, except that it's some way.
Well, I think.
Were
Troy and Matt?
Was Troy and Matt? Yeah.
Troy and Matt decided that they had made a mistake by staying.
Yeah.
And
they were trying to leave, and so the obvious way to do that is to go out through the window.
I mean, okay, yeah, like what better way than to climb out the window of the choir, which was on the first floor, thank God.
True.
But they get out the window, and right outside the door, right by that window, were the principal and the vice principal. Yeah, it was the principal and the vice. And of course, they see two students climbing out the window of the classroom.
It's completely suspect, obviously skipping. I mean, it's a problem.
So they go in and they first off escort the gentleman back into the room and take attendance, and then the next morning, basically the entire chorale was called down to the office, and everyone got Saturday schools, and we got the most depressing lecture from Brian and Mary. I mean, there were so many tears. They were so disappointed.
It was awful.
It was one of those moments in my life where I feel like I was the most ashamed of any action. I mean, now I think it's one of the funniest things that ever happened.
Absolutely ever. Absolutely ever. And I think to myself, like, as an educator, I sometimes strive to think about, like, is there a way that I could ever, like, is there ever a scenario in which I could ever be that mad where I could effectively shame students so beautifully? Because I feel there's going to come a time when, like, that might be necessary. And I just really, like, really hope I could do that kind of justice.
I feel like.
So basically, happy 25 years?
Yeah.
Happy 25 years at Glen Oak. I literally cannot believe it.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
It's your influence is far-reaching. You should just know.
Yeah.
Even to people like myself who are not in music education, I feel like you should just know. Like,
yeah. Well, and I think as somebody who wanted a music education, I know that was not the point. You did it to do all of these good things for us, and we love you for it. And congratulations. And
yes,
here's to another 25.
Yeah, another 25.
How about another 5? 5 to 10. Do what you need.